Hey plant pals, it's Mike the Cat Gardener, and today's video is going to be on what can you grow in a hydroponic system or a Kratky jar or a deep water tub. And I'm going to show some of the seeds that I enjoy using to grow in a hydroponic system such as the Aerogarden. You can grow flowers as long as they are short. You have to take in consideration the height of your unit. Some things you can train down by keeping them well trimmed. They will only grow to however tall you let them grow. And then some things are just naturally, by the nature of the plant, are going to be taller than the unit. So what you look for is you look for the height of the adult mature flower or plant, and if it's within a few inches of the height of your grow light, you're good to go. And so flowers is on the list of things you can grow. I'm not going to show all my seeds. I'm just going to kind of roughly go through them. This is a bag I have of all the different salad greens, such as kales and lettuce and spinaches, radishes, beets, turnips. They can all be grown hydroponically, and they can all be grown in a system like the Aerogarden. This is one of the seeds that I have my outside seeds and inside seeds mixed together in this bag. So you could technically grow squash as long as you had room and trained the vine. You could grow squash in an Aerogarden. Of course, the vine would go outside of the unit, and you would have to have some kind of trellis system to support the vines. This bag here is my pepper bag, and what I do when I look for a pepper to grow in, say, the Aerogarden or hydroponically or Kratky method, I will look at how long the plant takes to mature, the height, and I have found that if it says 24 inches or less, you're pretty much good to go. You do have to, with like a very tall pepper, let's say the pepper gets up to 30 inches, 24 to 30 inches, and your unit, the height of your light is only, say, 12, you're going to have an issue, but it can be done. I have trained Fresno chili peppers, which can also sometimes get up to 4 feet tall. I have trained it to grow just to about 10 inches tall in my Aerogarden. I'll be showing that video later on at some point. This right here is my bag of herbs, and pretty much all herbs, again, as long as they are under a certain height, can be grown in the Aerogarden, and they do very well. They grow 5 times faster hydroponically than they would in soil, so you can grow and harvest something like sage or basil. You get a prolific crop, and it's fun to grow. And then here's my tomato bag. Now, most of these are outdoor. The Proven Winter Good Hearted Tomato, I have done a video on that. I haven't put it up yet. This tomato can grow relatively tall, but I have not had a problem growing it in. I started one in my sprout, and it started touching the top of the sprout. So, but it was flowered and was starting to produce tomatoes, but it was getting kind of cramped. So I moved it out into a Kratky jar and got tomatoes off of that. I did start one in I do, and it grew to full size and produced about 10 delicious tomatoes. I was very happy with it. Alright, let me get rid of this. And here is what I really want to show. This is my, what I call microplant collection. And I will be going through and showing some of the microplants that I grow in Aerogarden and similar units. And I'll show you what I grow and why I grow it. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. These are some of my favorite things to grow in Aerogarden or Kratky jars or similar units to that. Go through them quickly. This is a micro jalapeno called a potapino. Not too happy with the company that I got these from. The plant is great, but they say on their site you get 20 seeds and you only end up getting 10 or 8, and I'm not too pleased with that. But the plant is good, and I believe you can pretty much just grow any jalapeno pepper in the Aerogarden, as long as it's a shorter variety. But the reason why I wanted to show this video today is because there are things called micro dwarf variety of plants, and this is one of them. This is the micro tom tomato. I got these seeds from Baker Creek. It's a fun tomato to grow. I have grown some that only grew to about 3 inches tall and produced 20-30 tomatoes on such a tiny little plant. It's kind of fun. I'm not too crazy about the flavor of it, though. These are Tom Thumb lettuce, which is the same as I got here from Baker Creek. Different companies sell the micro dwarf variety plants. And this is a Tom Thumb lettuce that is fun to grow. Here is a micro bok choy, also fun to grow. This right here is my favorite one to grow because it's very easy and it's pretty tasty. The orange hat tomato, a lot of videos on people growing that. This is a Tom Thumb micro pea. It's a cute little plant to grow. I haven't gotten one to be prolific like this. I usually get like maybe 3. I think I got 6 peas off of one plant. The only problem with peas hydroponically is they will rot if you just stuck them directly into a soil sponge and put in, say, the Aerogarden. The best method I have found is soak the seeds for a day and then put them in a moist paper towel and put it in a Ziploc bag for a few days, and it'll sprout. And then you put the sprout into the sponge. You cut open the sponge, and you put that in there, and then you grow the plant just fine. I've had the same issue with spinach. Some things don't like to be in a moist environment. Here are some of my seeds. This was an Aerogarden heirloom red cherry tomato. I saved a bunch of seeds from it. Also, one of my favorite varieties to grow. It's delicious, and you can just get the seed pods directly from Aerogarden. But you can also save your own seeds, so you don't have to buy in the future. This right here is a yellow canary. Also a micro plant. It gets about 6 inches tall. Fun to grow. This one is just called yellow. I have grown a couple of them. I like it. This was a bonsai plant. Now this plant is super delicious. It does get, well, the one I grew did grow rather tall. I had to keep trimming it back, but it's a very delicious cherry tomato. I believe I got these from Renaissance Farms. Not sure the seller, but this is a Venus, also a delicious plant. It grows yellow tomatoes. This one's called Pinocchio. These are, I think this is it's probably mislabeled. This is a Pinocchio. This is mine. The one I grew yellow. It was a yellow Pinocchio. And I believe there are orange Pinocchios, and of course there's red Pinocchio. But it's also a tasty plant. They didn't taste good the first couple tomatoes didn't taste good, but the plant I'm growing on is still alive. It's over 2 years old, and the tomatoes, and it's still going, and the tomatoes it produces are delicious. They're sweet, like eating candy. This one's just called Baby. Another micro tomato. Don't have much to say about that one. It was fun to grow. It was good. And here's some more orange hat seeds. And let's see, what's this one? This one is the Micro Tom. And there you have it. This is just a small sample of some of the micro dwarf variety plants that you can grow hydroponically in an Aerogarden. Alrighty, that's it. Any questions, comments? If you want to know if something is growable in an Aerogarden or a sprout or hydroponically in a Kratky jar, just ask and I'll be happy to answer it. Alrighty, thank you. Please like and subscribe.